Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our Real Estate Lab podcast for Austin, Texas, where four realtors talk about all things real estate. Don't forget to subscribe and leave comments for questions for future topics. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Crystal, and I am your host for today. And with me is Liberty. You want to start off?
Hi, I'm Liberty with Pure Realty. How are you doing?
JJ Tolentino, Next Level Property Group with KW Realty.
I was waiting for you to point over like Liberty did. She pointed down.
Wow.
Yeah, that way. Hey, everybody, I'm Ian with REAL Broker. Back to you, Crystal.
All right. All right. So, yeah, let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking about new builds in Austin. Now, a lot of home buyers aren't very fond of pre-owned homes, also known as resale. So today we'll be talking about where you can find new construction homes or where you can find land or lots to build your own custom home. So, and then we'll also be talking about the benefits of buying new and whether new is the right fit for you. So I guess to start off, I kind of want to mention some of the new builds that I know of in my area. I'm like borderline Brown Rock and Pflugerville. So some new builds that I know of that are coming soon, as in like probably late 2021 to early 2022, is DR Horton in the Sorrento neighborhood or subdivision, and also Pioneer Hill. Sorry. There's cars outside the house. Okay. So Sorrento, which is really close to Lake Pflugerville, and also Pioneer Hill.
I'm gonna pull up the map so we can point to it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So you're just talking about Sorrento, right, and Pioneer Hill. So
yeah. So I can see the lake.
This is Austin proper. So I'll scroll up so they can see the Round Rock. There we go.
Yeah. So it'll be close to Lake Pflugerville, which is
I went a little far.
To like a little bit. Yeah, right after 130, the toll run 30.
Yep.
Yeah, somewhere up there. And then Pioneer Hill, which is going to be really close to like Dessau Road and 290.
And 290, so that's further down. So that's like here.
In terms of like price point, I believe they're starting at mid 300s, but I'll have to double check on that. And then there's also Lennar or Lennar. I don't know how to pronounce it or how people pronounce it here in Texas.
Lennar.
I think it's called Greenwood Cottages. I'd have to double check on that too. And
what'd you say, Greenwood Cottages?
Yeah, cottages.
So I want to type that so everybody can see that. Greenwood Cottages by Lennar. And where's that?
It should be in Pflugerville.
I think Pflugerville's hot.
Yeah, Pflugerville's really there's a lot of land out there.
They have all of that, like Tech Ridge right around there with the Amazon Fulfillment Center. And
yep. There we go, Greenwood. Yeah.
So it's a good investment area.
Yeah, and they're actually starting off at like mid 200s to like high 200s, which is a pretty good price point for that area.
Wow, mid 200s.
Yeah.
So they're mid 200s, and then we know all the stuff that's around here. So we talked about Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right here, and then there's another one over here. The lake is over here, and it's an easy drive to Austin. This is already Austin. Look at that, Walnut Creek. I hearted it because I like it.
Yeah, and then but if you guys don't want to get anything from these builders, you can get your own land, your own plot of land to build your own custom home from scratch. And I think a lot of that is happening near Lago Vista.
Okay.
So there are a bunch of small builders that are out there who custom build homes. Like if you drive around that area, you'll know that every home looks completely different.
Yeah. So I pulled it up so everybody can see that we've got all of Austin here and then Lago Vista. You have to figure out which way you're going to go around the lake. Once you get there, Lago's right here. So this is 1431. along here, or University Boulevard, whichever you want to call it. But it'll take you straight up to Lago Vista for anybody that's curious.
Does anyone know anything about Jonestown? Is there anything happening there? I kind of like it.
It's on the way to Lago Vista.
Yeah.
I was interested to hear what Crystal had to say about Lago, because I don't go there enough to know a lot about it. I hear like more about Lago than Jonestown. I definitely know Point Ventures out there. Yep. I know it's like super good deal for waterfront property, if you want to just break it down like that.
Yeah. So yeah, what is it? What do you want to know?
I want to know like because there are plots of land for 11K and 10K. Like, can you build there, or is it gonna be slopey? That, I mean, like, what's the deal? Like, why is it so cheap?
Yeah. So there is going to be lots, all over Lago for sale. And basically, I guess you kind of have to figure out, you have to, obviously get those permits first before you can build. But they are a little, there are a lot of slopey lots that makes it a little difficult to build, but it's possible.
The other thing I've seen with Lago is you might be able to get a lot for, let's say, $10,000, and it's a quarter of an acre. That sounds like a really good deal. And you have access to waterfront property, but you know what you miss? The fact that the lot has trees on it and there isn't anything as far as electric or water run to it. Right? So if you're going to get this lot, great. You still got to pay somebody to excavate the land. You still have to pay somebody to run the electric line if you're going to build a house out there. And it's rock. And this is huge for a lot of people because it's on the side of a hill that looks like a small mountain. It's all rock. And so if you're trying to build a house, digging through rock costs money.
Yeah. So yeah.
But it's a beautiful area. That's a really good area to build. Yeah. If you don't have to get to Austin in a hurry, I think.
Yes, it's a drive.
I mean, but from Cedar Park, where they have all sorts of amenities over there. They have Hot Bodies, Target, all the good stuff, all that you need. It's really maybe 25 minutes.
If that.
It's around 20 minutes. I used to live up there in Lago, so it would take me 20 minutes to get to the closest HEB.
So you're talking about getting permits, putting sewer lines. Like, in my mind, how long of a timeline could you suggest to somebody?
I would say months.
You see that? So I pulled it up, and if you had friends in Cedar Park, or you wanted to get near the store, the HEB over there, then you can go straight, and it shows the time. 14 miles, it's 24 minutes right now.
And there's a little wreck. Look at that.
A little what?
There's a little traffic jam in there somewhere, it looks like, maybe, if you zoomed in.
Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one way in and one way out.
That's because there was a really good coffee shop called Tutta Italiana or something like that. That's what it is. They're all stopped there. They're like, oh, we gotta make our pit stop.
What do you think the difference between, and Chris, I don't know if we have to move on to the next topic, but I'm still thinking what Liberty was thinking. Like, how would you describe the difference between Lago and Jonestown?
So, to be honest with you, I haven't checked out Jonestown, but I feel like Jonestown might have like more. I feel like it'll have more lots than Lago. Like
the lots are flatter, and they're already built out with roads, and some places in Lago there's some gravelly ups.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's flatter just because it's sort of lower down the hill. Kind of. I feel like I only passed through Jonestown, so I wouldn't know.
But I don't know what it is about Jonestown, but if you look, there's only this one main road.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's what it is. Maybe the size of
it. That's it. Like, there isn't a whole lot going on. There's a little bit here, but nothing. A bunch of nothing. A bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
A bunch of
and then an airport. Like there's
no road.
So it's not built up. Where if you look at Lago, Yeah, and you look at Lago, you can see that it's substantially more built up. There's still land and all that, but you've got properties along the lake, right? You've got the larger, some of the larger neighborhoods that people get really excited about. So, and then a beautiful state park here, Pace Bend. Everybody loves Pace Bend. So, Lago, if you are a nature person and you don't need to be super close to downtown because there's no way across, you have to go around. I really like Lago as an option. Jonestown is kind of the in between. I've actually never sold a property in Jonestown. I've done everywhere else. Lago, Point Venture, even I've been on Nameless Road. I've never been in Jonestown selling. I've always passed through.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple projects. There's some stuff going on a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit, but I also think it is the size. I think it might just be a smaller town, like a pass-through town. And
what other new builds or builders do we want to talk about?
Liberty, did you have one?
I do. So there's a new one coming in my neighborhood that I'm really excited about. Pult Homes is coming, and they're calling it East Park location, and that is off of 183 in like Loyola.
Is it this one?
It's about 10 minutes east of Mueller. So past University Park. It's on the east side of 183.
Oh, that's the wrong.
And it's like if you find MLK, Ian, then you can go just north of MLK and 183. Pult Homes, East Park, East with the E at the end of it. We're trying to get fancy.
East Bay.
East Bay. And so they are set to start selling units in April of 2021.
It's really funny. I don't think they have a thing.
It's so new. Like I think I have like the insight because I've seen them clearing the land over there, and I went over there. I was like, "What are y'all doing?"
Got it. Okay, so here's 290. Where do I go from here? Where my mouse cursor is?
Okay, you're gonna go see Decker Lake. It's in between Decker Lake and 183. Oh, I mean Walter E. Long Lake. So east.
Okay, go to the right.
To the right. To the right.
Right here.
A little bit up, and then a little bit to the left. Right there you go.
Really?
Interesting. The one that looks like Florida.
That's actually
FEMA.
access to 183.
Okay, and what's the name of this place? What's the name of this community?
The community is Las Cimas, but they're calling it's going to be East Park with the EASTE.
By Pulte. And so it was not coming up on Google Maps, which means they haven't invested in their Google business profile yet. So this is really like super hot for people.
And I've been talking to them, and they're supposed to send me like the projected prices, but the price points are going to be in the high 3s or the low 4s.
That's crazy.
So for that neighborhood, though, it's at a good price point to get into because nasty, dilapidated teardowns are going for like $225 in that neighborhood.
Yeah, so, and you know what's cool about this? One, you have the park, so that's huge for a lot of people. But you also are not far at all from the airport. And then we had talked about Tesla being, around here, I think, but somewhere around here. So Tesla is going to be close enough where you can drive, and if you wanted to go north, you could do Amazon up in this direction. So it's a great spot if you want to be in the city and have access to these jobs.
I have a prediction.
And then
I have a prediction on that zip code.
What's that? What's that prediction, JJ?
Based off what Ian said, with the proximity to those two major employers, I think in the next 5 years, 24, and I'd say 78724 will have the most dramatic price appreciation.
Ooh, that's an interesting prediction.
Check that. 2020.
It's amazing. Yeah, let's rewatch this in 5 years and
November 25. Listen to me now. Called it.
All right.
Don't jinx it. I already own one house over here, so I'm trying to get another one.
More, baby.
JJ, what's your neighborhood? I'm curious.
This is interesting because I get these calls. Okay, so people ask me about some downtown properties, and the market's like super slow. It got like kind of weird. And just to make it even more interesting in regards to new construction, there's a place called Nativo Austin. You can pull up the website, but it's off of Rainy Street. And
it's right off of, it's right off of Rainy.
Yeah, because Rainy has a couple developments even next to it. Actually, two high rises are being built next to each other.
It's right on 4th. Okay, right next to the house.
Well, that's where the sales office is. So,
okay.
Yeah, on 4th and Lavaca, you could walk into the sales office. Because downtown, the sales office may be like.
Hold on. I gotta pause you for a minute. You can walk into the sales office with your realtor.
With your realtor, one of us.
Continue.
You need representation. Remember, on-site agents are representing the seller. As much as it sounds so cool, and they got all the floor plans and give you all these tips, they're representing.
How close to SoCo it is.
Yeah. So what are they going for? What are the price points?
That's what's cool about it. The 1-bedroom. So this is new construction, right?
Yeah.
Construction is typically more. Now this is new construction. Yes, the square footages. So let's just start with the starting points. 1-bedrooms, or let's start with the studios. Studios, 400 square feet, a little under 500 square feet. They are starting in the 400s.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, but the old properties are going for 1-bedrooms in the 400s, maybe a little bit bigger. But here's the cool thing, because people ask me about investing in downtown. And a lot of the HOAs they won't let you lease it out. This developer made a deal with Airbnb, so you don't need a lease. Well, they already got a lease permit because there's all like the Airbnb leasing permits. So
that's important. The fact that they already have the permit, which means it's an easy transition for an investor to purchase.
Yeah. So it's basically a condo that you can own. It's almost like a hotel unit you own. They actually sell it with furniture because it's meant to be like left alone and then rented out.
I see.
Like a hotel. So that's like your investment / I have a place downtown, but when I'm not staying there, there's some income opportunities that I'm capitalizing on. And I pointed out because we know we are in a pandemic, and as a buyer, I don't want to put like the developer on blast, but why not ask them what's going on? It's 50% under contract, and it's going to be finished 3rd quarter of next year. So I think that's
so. Let's clarify that. You said it's 50% under contract, which means half of them are sold.
Under contract.
Or sorry, half of them are under contract, and it's not even there yet.
It's not there yet.
People need to understand that.
That's a lot of momentum behind a property that is not built. And when you think about Austin tourism, like it's a real thing. Like there's gonna, people watching football games, ACL, South by.
Oh yeah.
Back. I'm just saying this might be your best downtown Austin opportunity for those people that stuff.
Yeah. Ian, what about you? You got any new builds in mind?
I have a lot in mind. That's the problem. Like we're so limited on time. I could talk all day. I think we covered some east. We covered the one downtown. We did some here. We did Lago. Let me jump north. I'm going to jump north. I'm going to say I'm going to use Bryson. Let me do Bryson.
Ooh, was that Leander?
It is.
Yeah, that's a hot spot.
Super hot.
Leander.
Well, let me do one of the builders at Bryson. Let me do Brookfield. There you go. Bryson.
And I also think Leander, again, I follow the employers. The fact that it's like good suburbia northwest of Apple.
Here's the thing. People might look at the distance, right? But really, it's no further than Lago Vista. That's the first thing. There is a train from here to 4th Street.
The commuter rail.
And a toll road.
And a toll road you can hop on. And I don't know if if you've never been to Texas, you need to know this. You can go 85 miles an hour on a lot of the toll roads. And that's like the starting speed. So if you're a good, you can, I mean, it's fast. It's a quick commute, assuming there isn't traffic. Very careful there. Most people don't want to pay for tolls. So the traffic is relatively light on the toll road. So straight shot. And the other part is people that are going to work at the new Apple campus, one of 3 Apple campuses. All 3 Apple campuses are right here. And Dell. Dell is the largest employer in the area. So Apple is right on their heels. And then Kalahari is next. So when you take those 3 employers, they're all right here. So this is becoming a more interesting prospect. So I want to challenge JJ and his investment in the East Side because of Tesla. Tesla's bringing what, 10,000 jobs or something. It's a lot of jobs after they started announcing other things. But with Apple, Dell, and Kalahari, you're going to have way more jobs. I feel like. So because of that,
appreciation change, because the demographics change a lot more on the East Side. Up there,
they absolutely do. You are right about that. And you're right. You might get houses over here that start at 900,000. You might get houses over here in Bryson. This is a more palpable. Is that the right word? Palpable? Let's say palpable.
I know where you're going with it.
Yeah. 350, 450.
Yeah.
And when I say 3 or 450, I'm saying you're getting a killer house for, 4 bedrooms with a game room or something being built right here. And all you have to do is travel a little bit to your place of work. And that could be 15 minutes. And you have a train that you can take it down to Austin if you wanted, or hop on the toll road, and it's only about 35 minutes. And so the other thing that's important to talk about, which we don't, is taxes.
Yeah.
Austin proper, the taxes right now are around like 2.2% or so.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they are downtown?
Downtown, yeah. Depending on where you are downtown, it generally hovers around 2.2. The thing is, Austin just passed $7 billion loan that they're going, or grant or whatever, city grant that they're going to give to improving the community, improving the travel.
The travel?
Yeah, the commuter travel, like public transit.
Oh, yes.
So $7 billion. And it's not all coming from Tesla. They can't afford, they could, but they're not going to pay $7 billion. That's an incentive for them to help, but it's really going to go to the property owners. This is really important. So if you live in Austin proper, you just voted, or if you didn't vote, to increase your property taxes to make sure that we have more transit. We have better trains. They're going to build some underground tunnels. Like, it's super cool what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cool. But that means your taxes are going to go up here, and up here, remember, we talked about like the difference of how the mindset and how they vote and all that sort of thing. Well, the tax rate here, it's still kind of high, but at 2.8. But for suburbs, for all the suburbs there, that's actually still decent.
Wait, right. Leander's at 2 point? Leander's at the high 2s?
Well, it depends on where. There's some places around here that are as low as 1.8, but most new builds in suburbs are around 3 or 3.1 because of that extra mud tax that they have to pay.
Yeah, that mud tax.
Yeah. So, and like Whisper Valley, we talked, I think we've talked about once on this channel. It's beautiful. It's like right over here. Love it, but you're paying that mud tax, and that's like 3.2. So.
Right. And that brings me to the next topic, where if this is going to be if buying new in these areas are going to be the right fit for you, you got to think about taxes, being maybe further away from, the city and, shopping centers, but, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to?
Location matters.
Yeah.
When you look at all the new development, you're basically figuring out, do you want to be further from the city or close to these? I call them like anchoring properties. Yep. The shopping center, or is it about, Mueller or the rail line? You kind of have to choose your battles and figure out your anchoring infrastructure.
Right.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I think there are a lot of factors, including, so the anchoring is important because you have to think about how you live. What's your quality of life? Do you spend more time outside, or do you spend more time inside?
Mm-hmm.
If you spend more time inside, it doesn't matter if it's 30 minutes to get to the grocery store, because you probably only go, once every 2 weeks. Right? If you got that new PS5, you're not gonna be leaving the house for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Or if you live the European lifestyle where you go by the bodega, 3 times a week and get your fresh
And some people even like, the simple life. So some people are okay being further away from, society.
Some people are. Yeah. I think there's so much coming kind of in the Austin area. Essentially, all of it's going to look like Austin over the next 20 years. And I know that's a long time, but over the next 20 years, it's all going to be looking like Austin. Austin's going to look like Dallas. So it's really just figuring out where you can get your plot of land that you can afford for the next 20 years.
Hold on to it.
And let it appreciate.
Monopoly, baby. And we're your monopoly agents.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let yourself grow. What's next?
Well, that's pretty much it. We can close this out. So basically, I guess bottom line about today's conversation is that there are a lot of new builds coming into town or in the outskirts of Austin. And with the right agent, we can find the one that's perfect for you. Either new build or, if you're looking for land or plot, lots to build on, we can find those for you. So yeah, buying new is a great choice if you don't mind, being a little further away for the most part. And yeah, pretty much it's a great idea. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Do you guys want to, Liberty, you want to just throw out your contacts?
Yes. My email address, you can find me. I would love to take you to a new build and check it out. If you've never lived in a new home, it's an amazing experience. Being the first owner and also choosing those customizations. So I would love to go through that process with you. Email me, liberty@purerealty.com.
Love it.
JJ.
Yes, new builds are awesome. I love working with like on-site agents and watching their presentation and getting the tours, and everything's like new. You get to pick stuff out. It's fresh. You're not going to repair anything later, at least for a while. So yeah, for any new construction.
Love it. So yeah, I think I'm going to echo that sentiment. You can go either way with it, but when it comes to new builds, so I noticed that new builds are kind of trendy. And what they'll do is they'll put a lot of the things in that all of your people that are doing the flips and the renovations are just now finding out. And so if you get a new build, you get it. So I'm going to give you an example. Way you can reach me today, I'm going to throw out my TikTok. It's ianofAustin. I've dropped a video on a new build.
I saw that.
60 seconds. 75,000 views on that video in one day because people really don't know some of the things that they can get in these new builds. So I think it's an incredible opportunity if you can swing it, and I think it's possible. So reach out to any of us. Happy to help.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.